Yeah, mostly my trips are with my girlfriend or a close group of friends that I've known from school.
Hmm.
As you know, I don't know if everyone agrees with this or not, but by the time you've organized a trip with your friends, मतलब उसी में 3 महीने की planning हो जाती है, last minute की
Absolutely.
cancellations हो जाती हैं. It's just the most bugging.
Today on SpotboyE, we have talented host turned actor Cyrus Sahukar to talk about his upcoming show, Feeling Alive. Firstly, explain me, how you are going to make people feel alive with this show.
Well, basically, that's the name of the show. I don't know if people are going to feel alive by it, but basically, it's Amol and I who are out and about in Manali. It's some beautiful, beautiful, really beautiful settings. And what happens is that we're just trying to push ourselves, experience the incredible amount of adventure sports that are available in places like these, and really try to see if we can end up doing stuff that otherwise
Okay.
we haven't done. And in many ways, through us, other people can also have a look, and you never know what they like or what they don't like. So we've really
Yeah.
enjoyed ourselves on this front, and it's been a really fun trip.
So, how many days this trip was, and what are the things which you have done for the first time? As you said that you have experimented or attempted something for the first time.
We were there just for a very short period of time. Also, shooting during the pandemic is really tricky. So you have to
Right.
really adhere to a lot of rules, a lot of regulations. So in those 4 days, we rode these absolutely amazing all-terrain vehicles, these bikes,
Hmm.
and more than riding them, where we rode them was the amazing part. Uh,
Okay.
we went through the forest, down a stream, and the great thing about these bikes is they're really, really strong and sturdy, and you can sort of travel to places which otherwise would be very difficult to sort of maneuver any car or motorbike or any other vehicle around. Through rocks, through the forest. We did. I did canyoning, which was a first for me, which is
Okay.
basically अगर ये पहाड़ है, ये उस पे
Hmm.
waterfall चल रहा है, so you
Hmm.
tie a rope from the top to the bottom, and then
Hmm.
you're tied to that rope, and your legs are parallel to the wall like this, and you
Okay.
slowly walk your way down backwards
Oh
um,
my God.
through the waterfall. So the splash of the water is on you. It
Yeah.
is a little bit tricky because of the fact that the because the rock is super wet because of the
Yeah.
waterfall. What happens is that you can slip and lose your grip. So it needs a fair bit of
Okay.
focus. And I had a great teacher, and I had such a lovely experience doing things like these. Yeah, it's important. First of all, sometimes when you see something, you feel like there's no chance I'm going to do it, and then
Yeah.
when you start doing it, you realize that your heart rate drops, you calm down, and you just start enjoying these things. Plus, Manali was absolutely stunning this
Yeah.
time of the year.
Cyrus, are you adventurous in real life, or this is for the show which you have done?
The thing is, I'm a fairly adventurous person, but my kind of adventure is traveling a lot, experiencing new things, going camping, spending a lot of time in the outdoors. Not necessarily a very high-end adventure sports person,
Okay.
which means rappelling or canyoning. Though things like whitewater rafting, snorkeling, scuba diving, and things like these I've been doing my whole life. So I
Right.
think I'm a mix of them both. I would not call myself an adrenaline junkie, but the outdoors and new experiences are something that I love.
Your Amol is accompanying you on this trip, but usually with whom you like to hang out and go for trips.
Yeah, mostly my trips are with my girlfriend or a close group of friends that I've known from school.
Hmm.
As you know, I don't know if everyone agrees with this or not, but by the time you've organized a trip with your friends, मतलब उसी में 3 महीने की planning हो जाती है, last minute की
Absolutely.
cancellations हो जाती हैं. It's just the most bugging. Uh, Before every planned trip, usually दो लड़ाइयाँ भी हो जाती हैं, दो arguments
Hmm.
भी हो जाती हैं. So it's usually a lot of work.
Yeah.
So I have come to realize that all the trips that happen nowadays for all of us are that one person says मैं जा रहा हूँ, and then
Hmm.
everybody else who's free will turn up, and जो free नहीं है
Yeah.
वो नहीं turn up करते हैं. I wish I had more experiences like that with friends and all, but everyone's dates, coordination, things like these really get
Yeah,
tricky.
it takes time. And I'm sure everybody will relate to this because this is something happening with everyone. including
It's
me.
it's nice to know that it's happening with everybody, because everybody who's going through it always feels that मेरे ही दोस्त ऐसे हैं, you know. So it's good to know.
Okay, Cyrus, if I ask you, to share any experience with your friends, or a trip which has turned out to be a most memorable one, and what was the reason of that?
Well, यार बहुत सारे हैं, जो जो बहुत memorable है for various different reasons. Some for good, some for delays, some for the madness that happened. This trip was very memorable for me because I think that I really get along with Amol. We have really deep,
Okay.
fun, philosophical conversations. I was at home. I've been in Bombay for the whole year,
Mm-hmm.
Mumbai actually. So क्या हुआ है कि मेरे लिए पहली बार था कि मैं कहीं बाहर जा रहा हूँ. And then I ended
Hmm.
up going to Manali, जहाँ पे 17 सालों में पहली बार snow हुआ, one day before I landed. So
Okay.
all of Manali was completely covered in powder and snow. So if you go there right now, it's absolutely stunning. And
Okay.
also just the beauty of meeting people after so long, uh,
Mm-hmm.
watching how the world has changed in many ways. The pleasure of just sitting on top of a mountain for an hour, not doing anything but looking at the
And
scenery. I
yeah.
really needed this. I needed this break, and I'm so sad कि जल्दी खत्म हो गया. I was all ready to sort of stay there for a while, and I met a lot
Okay.
of people who moved there. So it's
Acha.
quite interesting. People who work in corporate jobs, who have now moved to the mountains for like 5-7 months, saying that हम यहाँ से ही काम करते हैं और फिर खाना बनाते हैं और शाम को walks के लिए जाते हैं.
Much
It's
needed
amazing,
brief.
much
Yeah.
needed breaks, and everybody needs that. Yeah, every single person. We've all been cooped up at home.
Amongst you and Amol, if I ask, who was the most sporting person while attempting the adventure sports?
I don't know what Amol will say, but on my front, I think that दोनों बड़े ही excited थे और दोनों को
Acha.
बहुत ही डर भी लगा. I mean, yeah, at
Okay.
the end of the day, we trekked up for like, he also had to uh, walk across a rope which was on a height above a river.
Yeah.
And, that's not an easy job, easy at all. It's quite nerve wracking. I could feel his heart rate shoot up. And for me also, when I saw the waterfall, this huge waterfall,
Mm-hmm.
and the fact that I have to go through one rock over another and then rappel down, and my
Yeah.
leg kept slipping. When you're tall,
Okay.
your legs are against a wall, so you keep holding the rope, releasing the rope, and trying to keep focus. So your legs don't slip. If they slip, you just hang down with the
Yeah.
water. So for both of us, I think we were both equally adventurous, and equally not in the mood to do too much and happy to sit also. Uh, what I really enjoyed about Amol and my journey was that जब बातें कर रहे हैं तो बातें कर रहे हैं, लेकिन 2-3 घंटे भी बीत सकते हैं जहाँ पे कोई कुछ ना कहे, बस बैठे हुए हैं, इधर
Betting.
उधर देख रहे हैं.
Cyrus, before we end this interview, I would really like to know, how would you like to define this whole 2020 for you?
Oh my God, unpredictable is how I'd like to define it. I've had a lot of personal understanding and growth. Uh,
Okay.
it's such a bizarre thing, but I think very rarely has this happened to me before, where every day my opinion of 2020 changes. Like
Okay.
कुछ दिन मुझे लगता है बहुत ही अच्छा है, बहुत ही philosophical year है. Wow, I've learned a lot.
Hmm.
कुछ दिन लगता है कि this is a nightmare. Every day some delay happens, some unpredictable stuff happens, news that's just not positive
Yeah.
happens, friends that
Yeah.
are going through their own ups and downs, right?
Yeah.
And since the other day, I feel like 2020 has been one long day. जहाँ पे
Okay.
एक दिन के ही उतार चढ़ाव चल रहे हैं. But I
Hmm.
feel
Hmm.
that I've learned a lot on this year. I was home alone for 6 months. I
Okay.
spent a lot of time with myself after a really long time. And in many ways, this year has been a full stop where you can just reboot your brain. And I've
Hmm.
worked
Hmm.
very hard in this year. I mean, I've had a lot of work, projects, uh, writing. A film I co-wrote also released. I shot a
Yeah.
series. So a lot of stuff has happened. Though some days I really feel it was all just one big blur. And really, the world will not be the same again.
Right. So, what are you expecting for 2021?
Oh man, I'm not expecting anything. Come on, if there's one thing that we've all learned from 2020 is that your expectations and plans are not important. I'm just hoping, the word I'd use is I'm hoping that 2021 is a far more peaceful year,
Hmm.
one that for every single person just is a smoother, lighter year. There are some years in life now which are very memorable,
Yeah.
There's some years की याद ही नहीं रहते कहाँ गए. I think the
Hmm.
world can deal with 1 year now जहाँ कुछ याद ना रहे, ऐसी उछल कूद में निकल गया.
Hmm.
uh,
Hmm.
and थोड़े positive experiences से भरा हुआ year. Obviously, I'm realistic. Nothing dramatically has changed yet. So
Yeah.
it's not like COVID has left us or the pandemic is over or any of those things.
Yeah.
But I think that 2021 will be a year of a lot of hard work and new projects, and people sort of also a lot of people I think will start another form of life, maybe
Right.
easier living, moving away from where they are. Their choices may change a little bit, but I think that a lot of people have also missed out on a lot of work. So 2021 will be about gearing up for work.
Thank you so much.
Thank you very much, Nikki. Thank you. Have a great year.
Thank you. You too. Bye.